Hello, this is Vijay Tasveer reporting from Mumbai. Welcome back to Tasveer News Station. Press conference on India Gem and Jewellery Export at India International Jewellery Show organized by GJEPC. Chairman Vipul Shah. Inaugural press conference on Thursday 3rd August 10 am at Geo World Convention Center, Bandra Kurla Complex on the auction of inauguration of India International Jewellery Show iijs 2023. Cameraman Mahan Mathur, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
IIS Metropolitan Commissioner, MMRDA, Mr. Paul Rowley, Executive Vice President, Diamond Trading, DBS Group, Mr. G.R. Radhakrishnan, Managing Director, GRT Jewellers India Private Limited, Mr. Kirit Bansali, the Vice Chairman, Mr. Nirav Bansali, the Convener National Exhibitions, Mr. Sabya Sachire, Executive Director, colleagues from the COA, esteemed delegations, exhibitors and visitors, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Today marks a momentous occasion as we inaugurate the 39th edition of iijs Premier 2023. With great excitement and anticipation, we embark on a new chapter in the history of the prestigious event. For the first time, we are organizing the show concurrently at two prestigious venues in Mumbai, the Geo World Convention Center from 3rd to 7th August and the Bombay Exhibition Center from 4th to 8th August. And we are privileged to have the presence of our guest of honor, Mr. Mike Hankey, Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, who is one of the finest and dynamic leaders in the Maharashtra cabinet, and he has been instrumental in digital transformation in the state, and Mr. Paul Rowley from DBS on this occasion. We cannot help but marvel at this remarkable journey of the iijs from its humble beginnings in 1985 as Jewel Yatra, featuring just 25 exhibitors at the iconic Hotel Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai. The show has steadily evolved over the years to be the second largest show worldwide. Overall, there are 3,250 stalls and 1,850 exhibitors at the Geo Convention Center and at the Goregaon, covering an area of 70,000 square meters of exhibition area. The response from visitors has been overwhelming, with 42,000 pre-registrations since the start of this year.
Come close.
Wait.
2023.
Master of Ceremonies, thank you very much for that warm and comprehensive introduction. Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me wish you a very warm and good morning. I guess it's a warm welcome to India, to a little bit more warmth than I'm used to at the moment in Havaroli, bizarrely enough, so we're enjoying the heat. It's great to be back here at the iijs in such an inspirational venue as Mumbai, with all its energy here in India. Fantastic energy, entrepreneurship, excitement. As the world changes so fast these days, all these qualities, I think, are of great benefit to this wonderful nation. Because with a lot of change comes a lot of opportunity. And India is already one of the world's great diamond nations, with leadership in the midstream, recently amplified on a global level as international news outlets reported on how Surat Diamond Bourse has overtaken the Pentagon as in the US as the world's largest office building. Quite an achievement. But also in the downstream, where domestic consumer market is playing.
By his gem and jewelry replenishment license, he introduced laser technology to the Indian gem and jewelry industry. Here's another chairman who's had two tenures, 2000 to 2004, 2006 to 2008, Mr. Sanjay Kothari. During his tenures from 2004 to 2008, he played a pivotal role in propelling the German jewelry empire operations. He aims to strengthen India's position in the international market, fostering the diamond era.
Thank you, sir.
He laid the foundation stone for India Jewellery Park Mumbai, launched Parichaya Card project, initiated a custom mapping report, hosted KP, established the Navratna guarantee in Surat. He has recently been appointed Commissioner of Mumbai Metropolitan Regional Development Authority, or MMRDA. Ladies and gentlemen, to address this distinguished audience, please warmly welcome Commissioner MMRDA, Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, IAS. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee.
At the onset, I would really like to thank the organizers for inviting me to today's function and giving me this opportunity to interact with you and also get to learn a lot about diamond industry and the diamond business. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Vipul Shah, Mr. Mike Henley, Mr. Paul Raleigh, Kirit Bhansali Sahab, Satyakati ji, Mr. Radhakrishnan ji, Mr. Bhansali ji, Garelia ji, all the dignitaries of the dais. Friends, I was surprised. In fact, I have been living in Mumbai since 2011. And I know that Mumbai is a very, very important center for diamond trade in the country. But as I was told today that this expo is expected to do business of 50,000 crores. 50,000 crore rupee worth of deals are expected to be signed in this or inked or whatever, finalized in this expo. And the expo at NESCO. I would say that this is the scale and this is the extent of this is hardly known to people in Mumbai, and this is, I'm sure as it is a revelation for me, it will be a revelation for many people. We have moved so much ahead in diamond trade, and today India, we used to hear when we were children and we used to read, storybooks, mystery stories, etc. So we used to read about Antwerp, Belgium, the diamond market, and various movies and stories and books have been written on the diamond trade. And here we are at Mumbai and we have a large diamond industry here. So my congratulations to all the people who are here and who are part of this industry. A big hand for you. महाराष्ट्र सरकार तो है ही आपके साथ, ये आपको पता है, पर MMRDA भी आपके साथ रहेगा और आपके जो विषय है, आपके जो इश्यूज है, उन्हें हम जो है प्रायोरिटी में लेंगे। मेरे साथ आज हमारे ये MMRDA के देशपांडे साहब भी है, क्योंकि भारत डायमंड बोर्ड के सारे विषय देखते हैं और मैंने गुजारिश किया उनसे कि आप भी मेरे साथ चलिए, सिर्फ इसलिए कि एक मैसेज जाए कि हम लोग इसके बारे में कितना सीरियस हैं। सो वेलकम टू मुंबई एवरीबडी, ऑल द dignitaries, and best wishes to everybody who is here, and thank you very much.
Head of the Palestinian Affairs Unit at the US Embassy in Jerusalem, Deputy to the Chief of Mission of the US Consul General in Jerusalem, Consul General of the US Consul General in Dhahran, Saudi Arabia. Mr. Mike Hankey holds a bachelor's degree in International Affairs and Journalism from George University, Washington, with a focus on South Asian studies and a master's degree in second language education from Indiana University. He has also worked as a newspaper reporter, as an international affairs editor for a news service covering the United Nations and in support of US. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Hankey.
Hey, thank you so much. It is so wonderful to be here together with you today at iijs. I especially want to thank Vipul Shah ji, Kiran Banshali, Sabyasachi Ray, our other council members, everyone who's invited me here to speak, as well as to be able to share the stage with the MMRDA. Sanjay ji, it's really a pleasure. And to be able to speak with all of you. I've been here for about a year, and over that year, it's been this industry that has spoken with me so much. It's been this industry that's educated me about the close ties in gems and jewelry. I appreciate Bharat Diamond Board's President Anup Shah and all of his colleagues who have been part of that education process. India exports about $20 billion a year in gems and jewelry into the United States, making it the biggest market for India. And we treasure that. That's not only on the industrial side, but on the people-to-people side. We're meeting here today just more than a month after the historic visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to the White House and to Washington, where together with President Biden, our two democracies affirmed our shared goals and our shared vision for the world. It was a remarkable visit. And I firmly believe that in the coming months, we're going to see a further deepening of those bonds. Our President Biden is now due to visit India in a reciprocal visit just 1 month from now when he comes to New Delhi. And I believe that this is further evidence of the US-India partnership, as our President says, being the most consequential in the world today. We're working on everything from defense to space, science and technology, to expanding people-to-people ties. The President and the Prime Minister mentioned in Washington that we made agreements last month on everything from the seas to the stars. And the gem and jewelry industry, as part of our dynamic commercial relationship, is the backbone of that. Growth in our trade bilaterally grew more than 40% to $190 billion last year, making the US India's ¡1 trading partner. And when you look at gem and jewelry, most of the finished diamonds and jewelry that are coming through India, they're going into the US market. And as such, the retail market in the US and the production market here in India, they're inextricably linked. These linkages offer us yet another pillar to brace this relationship between our two countries. We're particularly excited as new technologies like lab-grown diamonds come up, that they can show the way to even other industries about how we can deepen our relationship, whether it's in technology or in skilling, semiconductors and space technologies and defense. Some of you might have heard our new ambassador to India, Eric Garcetti, speak about the 4 Ps in the relationship. He likes to talk about peace, prosperity, the planet, and people. And these 4 Ps are applicable to everyone in this room, everyone who works in the gem and jewelry industry, as much as they are to the other elements of our relationship. Let's start fundamentally first with people. Beyond any numerical trade totals, the ties that we forge between the people, between our two countries, power the relationship. More than 4 million Indian Americans we call citizens of the United States today. India has become, for the last few years, the #1 sending country for students going to the United States. And in the gem and jewelry industry, the leaders of this industry have taught me how personal connections with American partners and American markets have helped this industry thrive. When you take a look at the planet, the impact of climate change goes beyond any single industry to affect our societies and our people. It can threaten all of that. And I want to recognize what the diamond industry has done. Leaders in this industry are using renewable energy, sustainable practices to mitigate climate change, to reduce their carbon footprint and move towards sustainability. I applaud that. The gem and jewelry industry, in working with democratic nations, like-minded partners around the world, can also strengthen our collective goals for peace. Non-state actors, belligerent groups have long exploited resources like thrive. And for those of us in this room who work with the Indian diamond industry,
pillars, the outstanding individuals who have been a strong foundation of this event's success. May I call upon Chairman to just recognize these leaders. First of all, I would like to call upon stage Sandeep Sharma. He has played an instrumental role as the CFO of GJEPC, making significant financial strides that have been...
We look forward to this cooperation in gems and jewels, just as we do in the whole range of industries and fields of human endeavor, from the seas to the stars. Thank you for giving me this platform today, and congratulations to all the partners, the exhibitors, and
prophetic experts from the Gujarat region contributing precisely for their guidance, support, and visionary leadership in making iijs Premier 2023 a resounding success.
What a wonderful group of people. They represent the
suit, and I think the rough coming in is balanced to keep equilibrium in that. We've seen factories slowing down a little. not through shortage of rough, but through lack of demand at the moment. As that corrects itself, as I said earlier, I think we'll see a continual supply coming in both to India, but also, of course, the beneficiation in Southern Africa, which is all part of the De Beers side. So I don't think rough shortages are an issue at the moment.
Any question?
Yeah, hi. And my name is Joanna. I'm from the India Today magazine. I have two questions. One is I'd like to comment on the latest deal that it was a strike with Botswana. There are some concerns and we'll see the appreciation as well. So both, yeah. And second is the impact of the deal on Surat. Because one of the requirements is that there are processing units set up in the country, and I've learned, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, at least a couple of dozen units have open shops on Surat. Surat companies have open shop, and of course that means employment is also moving there, and it is going to increase. It's not going to go down. So yeah, your comments on both of these. Thank you.
Thank you for the questions. We've signed a principles of an agreement. We're still in the process of finalising that. The key principles have been signed between De Beers and the government of Botswana. And I'm pleased that the most important output of that from my perspective, well, there are numbers, but one is that is the extension, or in fact the new lease agreement with Botswana, a 50-50 joint venture between De Beers and the government of Botswana, for 25 years commencing, interesting enough, on the 1st of August 2029. That gives longevity to the earlier question. It supports natural rough coming into the industry for the next 30 years and more. So I think that was a really important output. I think it's what gave a lot of calmness to the market. We've got a market that's quite volatile at the moment, and being able to alleviate some of that volatility through an agreement in principle has been very positively received by the market. And of course, part of that, as you rightly say, is continuing our beneficiation within some certain categories of goods. I said earlier as well about traceability, and in fact there are 39 factories that we are supporting in Botswana through De Beers, and a large, probably by far the largest majority of those are actually Indian owned, and they're sister companies of businesses operating here in India. So we see it as an extension of that. We've committed to supply goods into those factories which are similar to what we've been supplying in the last year in volumes, and we've also committed to really building Habaroni as a centre that supports locally manufactured goods. But I don't see that as a negative, I see that as a positive. We know that the heartbeat as well for the natural diamond industry is here in India, as I said earlier. Over 70% by value still continues to come to India, and probably over 90% of the volume comes to India. So very much Surat is the heartbeat of the manufacturing industry. And we see that continuing, but working in harmony with businesses in Southern Africa. Not just Botswana, actually also have beneficiation in South Africa and Libya, as well as up in Canada also, where we have our mines. We work with communities, which is ensuring we tell those very good stories. And when I say we, I mean a collective we. So I see it supporting both, to be quite honest. I don't think we should worry, as I said, about a lack of rough. I think rough is coming through the system. As we transition to see more goods go to the government state-owned company of Okavango, it is for them to discuss how they will distribute those goods, but we're confident that we will continue to support the overall industry. That includes marketing, which is a really important part of this whole journey. So India remains very much at the forefront of what we're thinking, as well as in Southern Africa. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take one last question from the camera team.
Yes, to answer to your first question, that this is the first time that Council has done roadshow, and a lot of new countries which we have been entering into the like markets like Vietnam, Cambodia, and other Middle East area, where this show is so much important for them. We believe from the Council that these are the countries who are consistently buying diamonds and even the jewelry products, but normally they are buying from Hong Kong or Bangkok, and our job was then to bring them directly to India as a source where they could come here and they can see by themselves what India is capable and what India can produce. So we wanted them to be direct, bring down the cost for our manufacturers as such. To answer to your second question, we see a good Diwali season coming up. Indian domestic market is looking fantastic. It's great. There's good amount of enthusiasm, and the season looks pretty good as far as the Indian domestic market is concerned. If you see comparatively the world, US slowdown, Chinese market down, it is the domestic market which is very, very strong, yet supporting our underlying business overall. And to answer your third question, as far as Surat Diamond Boost coming up, we all are excited. It's a huge project, and again it will be complementing the Bombay as well as Surat. It will be like a one store where all the small people having factories in Surat, they will be coming under one roof. People from the next to the regional area like Madhyapura and all these people are looking forward to be based into the Surat Diamond Boost. There are people who are having offices and their businesses both in Bombay and Surat. So yes, the trade will come up, will shape up its own way, and it will create its own unique position in the gem and jewelry industry as such. So yes, we are excited about it, and both courses are going to be there, and both are going to complement each other. Thank you.
What proposals or what suggestions have you urged to us in this context, and because this impacted exports, so what is the forward-looking approach on this that we see ahead?
I think Sanjay Sachi would be in a better position to give you a first step.
See, GST, it's a long-term demand with the US government, and you know that gem and jewelry used to have 0% duty in all kinds of gems and jewelry, and one by one we withdrew because that has crossed the threshold, basically US, the import threshold. Now, Indian government, because GST as a scheme was withdrawn totally. Now, recently with our Prime Minister's visit, US has told that they are reopening the discussion on reintroducing the entire GST scheme. And what we have told the government that why don't you put into that, because they are a bouquet of products. So our products is also put into the scheme.